Hey guys, and welcome back for another tutorial. Don't mind the mess behind me. I am in full Christmas mode. But today we're going to be making a really cute and easy scarf. This is the one that I made, and it's made out of a fleece and a sherpa. So this isn't just a little short scarf. This actually, and you may have seen these before, but it's kind of like a scarf that goes under your coat, I would say, and just like keeps your neck and your chest a little warm. So there's a little pocket there, and you're just gonna pull through the one side like that, and then you're gonna do up your coat over top of it, so it's gonna give you that extra layer of protection to keep your chest nice and warm. And to be honest, I'm already getting hot just wearing it right now. So of course, with all my tutorials, I'll have a link to the blog post in the description box below, and we'll have the measurements over there. If you're not already subscribed and you want to stay tuned for the next Christmas tutorials that are coming out, I'm going to be doing rapid fire Christmas tutorials. I have a lot of ideas, so I just want to get them all out there. And I'm also posting over on Instagram a lot these days, behind the scenes and all those fun things. So I would definitely go over there and follow me if you're not already. So let's just get straight into the tutorial. Okay, so for this tutorial, I'm going to be using a fleece fabric and a sherpa. You can use fleece for the entire thing if you want, if that's easiest. The sherpa comes from the craft store as well. I got this at Hobby Lobby, but all Joann's everything carries sherpa. It's soft. Some are softer than others, but the Hobby Lobby one, very nice. I like it a lot. And then your fleece, you can get that anywhere. There's so many fun different prints. There's different types of fleece. Some are softer than others. So you can really just kind of peruse through your fabric store and choose the one that you think feels the coziest around your neck. So I have the measurements over at the blog post, so you can grab them. Okay, so what you're gonna do now is you're gonna take your fabrics and you're gonna put them with the right sides together. With the fleece, you'll notice that on one side it's a little bit more vibrant, it's a little smoother, and then the other side is a little bit more kind of not as nice. So you'll most likely be able to tell with your fleece. If you don't, then you can just use it both sides. There definitely is a right and wrong side of fleece, but if you end up using the wrong side, no big deal. With your sherpa, there's going to be a smooth side, and then we're going to have the fluffy side, which is the right side. I'm going to be using a chalk for this part, and that's just going to help me to mark where I'm going to sew. We're going to sew all the way around, but we are going to be leaving sort of like a channel. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a ruler and some chalk, and we're going to measure down 5 inches from one edge. And I'm just going to put a marking here. I'm going to measure down again another 5 inches, and then I'll mark it again. And this is the hole that we're going to leave open. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that on the other side. So 5 inches. I just broke it. And then 5 inches. So we're going to sew all the way around, but we're going to leave that part and this part open. Okay, so I'm going to start at the 5-inch mark. We're going to go around and up to the next 5-inch mark. We'll pivot at the corner, and you might need to use a longer stitch length if it's having a hard time kind of getting through. And we'll pivot again, and we're going to go up to that 5-inch mark. And we're going to back up, lock our stitches, And then we're gonna go to the next 5-inch mark and we're gonna sew around the other side. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take my scissors, and if there was any shifting and there's excess fabric, sometimes one side likes to stretch more than the other, I would definitely think about using a walking foot if you have one with these two types of fabric. Maybe next time. So now we have our hole here, and it's basically the hole that we're gonna use for turning now. So we're just gonna go ahead and turn the whole thing. Just like that. We're going to poke out the corners. So from here, we're going to go ahead and go to our little holes that we left open. And we're going to use, I would recommend a matching thread. We're going to fold in that fabric, and you can do a top stitch. If you wanted to just use some, like an invisible stitch and hand sew it, you can do that, and then you won't see it at all. If you want to top stitch the whole thing, you can do that. I'm gonna try this on and then see what I am thinking after that. Okay, so next time I'm gonna do a better job because this is just crooked and it's gonna bug me. But just like, you know, pro tip, line up your fabrics if you have a print like this. I know this is probably bugging some of you guys. So I am gonna do a top stitch. So I just kind of positioned it so that it all kind of looks even. I think my fabrics did warp a little bit, got a little stretched out, but I think it's okay. You won't notice it when it's around your neck for sure. So I'll do like a nice thick seam allowance though, and then when I get up to here, I'm just gonna go whoop and then go whoop, but I'll like move that out of the way and just do it on the top and bottom to be able to maintain that little hole in there. And you could even use that little portion right here as a little pocket when you're, but just be careful. If you wanted to create an actual channel though and put like some lines so that you can make sure that nothing gets lost in there, you can definitely do that. Maybe even just put one here and then use that as a little pocket. You know, you can put some tissues in it or something, who knows, something, right? So we're gonna go ahead and do the top stitch all the way around. Okay, so now I am going to be using a matching thread on top, and then I'm going to be using white thread on the bottom so you won't be able to see it. So that is a pro tip. If you didn't already know, you can use 2 different color threads in your machine. So I'm just gonna make sure you lock your stitches. Using a nice wide hem or top stitching. Like I said, if you have a walking foot, I recommend, for sure. So you'll be able to see kind of the line, but you won't see the stitches, which will be nice. And we can just kind of continue along with that fleece, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe we should do it separately. I'm just gonna skip. I'm gonna go down past the hole and we'll just keep going. And I like to try to make it so that if there is that Sherpa coming out, that, you know, it's the same kind of amount and it looks nice and even. Okay, so I'm going to just do a little top stitching. Does get stretched out a bit, but it's gonna get stretched out when you actually use it too, so it's just one of those things where you're not gonna notice it when you're wearing it. And I think it's really just because I'm using that Sherpa, things get a little bit complicated. So I went ahead and changed my thread back to white on top and white on the bottom, and then I'm just going to do that top stitch along my Sherpa. Okay, so now we're finished. So all you need to do is you just need to take the one end and we're just going to slip it through there. And of course this will be a lot easier when it's on your body. And then you just do it so that it's like even on both sides. And then this wraps really nicely around your neck. And then you can kind of just tuck that into your coat and you have that peeking out the back of your coat, and it's going to be so cute, so cozy. It's going to look so good, especially with like, you know, like a structured like pea coat or something like that. Super nice and super cozy, and it'll keep your chest nice and warm. So I hope that you give this a try. If you do, of course, follow over on Instagram and Facebook. Those links are in the description, and I would love to see what you make. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye guys. Okay, so now we're finished. So all you need to do is you just need to take the one end and we're just going to slip it through there. And of course this will be a lot easier when it's on your body. And then you just do it so that it's like even on both sides. And then this wraps really nicely around your neck. And then you can kind of just tuck that into your coat, and you have that peeking out the back of your coat, and it's going to be so cute, so cozy. It's going to look so good, especially with like, you know, like a structured like pea coat or something like that. Super nice and super cozy, and it'll keep your chest nice and warm. So I hope that you give this a try. If you do, of course, follow over on Instagram and Facebook. Those links are in the description, and I would love to see what you make. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye guys.